These are creative training mats, and I am Nikki Forster. I'm a learning and development professional, and I've been working within training, facilitation, and coaching for over 20 years, always on the lookout of new ways of engaging my learners, and recently decided to design my own stuff. So I wanted to share that with you to see whether you thought it might be of any use to you and increasing the creative learning with your learners too. So these creative training mats, then let's take a look. I think it's always tricky when you're looking at a product online and it's just a flat picture to actually see what it is. This is one of them in the flesh. So first of all, we've got a nice non-slip backing. This is the Countryside mat. It's got some stitching around the edges so it's not going to fray, and it's waterproof as well. So if it gets water on it, it's not going to bother too much. The size is 40 centimeters by 80 centimeters, but less about the product and more about how to use it. So this one, like I said, is the Countryside one, but there's another design as well, which is this one here. So this is the Seaside mat. So just in terms of what we can see here, then how would I use this? Well, one of the best ways that I've used this, and this is just one way, is at the start of a session when I'm getting to know people. I think icebreakers that don't have a focus on them are very cringeworthy. So I like to include some kind of focus in my introductions. And one of the ways that I might do that is to ask people to look at the mats and to identify where they think they currently sit on that mat in relation to ... Now that ... can be anything to do with what you're training. So for example, new managers. So you could use this as part of a program and say, so where do you see yourself currently as a manager? Now on that Seaside one that we looked at before, there's lots of different things on here. So somebody might say, I see myself in the camper van because I'm literally just pulling up to the, what we can see here, and I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to get. So I'm just arriving. Somebody else might say that actually they feel like they're on the desert island because they don't really feel as though they've got much support from other people around them, and how they're going to survive. So you can have quite negative and quite positive elements, but because it's complete interpretation of the individual, it's there are so many different variations of this. I also like to introduce this at the end of a program as well, so we can see how far people have come. So again, we could come back now and we could say, so where do you think you are now? Remember this map from before? And so, okay, now I actually think I'm in the lighthouse because I'm shining a light on all this new stuff and my other colleagues are starting to join in. Or they might say, actually, I'm in the seaplane because I've got an overview of everything that's going on the ground. So that's just one way of using it. And like I say, there are two different designs. You've got the Seaside mat and you've also got the training mat as well. And they're great just to have to be able to increase conversation, increase creativity, and ultimately increase the engagement that you have with your learners to get them on the right path more quickly to be able to get to the stuff that you want to do with them too. So if you've got any questions about this, give us a shout, nikki.forster@curiouslighthouse.co.uk. Be very happy to answer any questions that you have, and let's start increasing more creative learning in our sessions.